Seiko is considered one of the best affordable watchmakers of all time, and their Seiko 5 line is a clear representation of that status. They are inexpensive, look cool, and are a gateway into the world of automatic watches. But recently Seiko have been under scrutiny within the watch snobs, as the new flagship diver, which replaced the SKX, has upset many within the watch community. So in today's video, I'll quickly discuss if the future of the Seiko 5 line is a bright one or if it is in decline. Additionally, I'll provide you with 5 of, in my opinion, the best Seiko 5 models you can buy. But before we get into that, please subscribe to the channel if you are a big Seiko fan like myself, as I have a plethora of different Seiko related content for you to enjoy. The main reason why I don't think the Seiko 5 range will fall down in popularity is that they have listened and are targeting to a more younger and untapped audience. A few years ago, before the new release of the SRPD diver range, Seiko 5 targeted as an older man's watch, and they hardly advertised the line. The various field and dressy watches did not appeal to a wide and young audience. I myself, a few years ago, when I got into the hobby of wristwatches, did not choose these pieces as I thought they were a bit boring and didn't have that X factor. Therefore, I dived straight to the more sporty and cool looking Seiko 5 models like the Sea Urchin, which ended up being my first ever mechanical watch. I have a range of cool and quirky watches like my vintage Zenith Sporto and this Cartier look-alike Seiko, but none of them even come close to the amount of compliments I get with my Sea Urchin. With the younger crowd especially, a large majority of them don't even care about the quality and movement, but are drawn into their looks. To the watch aficionado, this may seem like sacrilege to the core principles of Seiko, but I believe it will help them in the long term if they focus more on designs and marketing. I'm not saying they should cut down on quality control, which is still a crucial part to the brand, but if they want to compete within the fashion and smartwatch industry, they must change their view to a more contemporary one. I may be a bit biased here, but the Seiko 5 line really is, in my opinion, the best affordable watch range, as they combine both cool designs and awesome looks with a good quality build. Now, with saying all of this, here are my top 5 favourite Seiko 5 models. The first one is a newer release, which is the infamous Seiko 5 SRPE line, or otherwise known as the Dress KX. This, in my opinion, is the ultimate versatile watch, as it really ticks all of the boxes. It is a functional sports watch that has 100 meters of water resistance, a solid stainless steel bracelet, and a solid construction to withstand a bit of wear and tear. But it also works as a beautiful contemporary dressy piece that is bold but not too big, thanks to its 40mm case size, which is perfect for the modern day wrist. This model also works great as an affordable alternative to the popular Tudor Black Bay line, which is regarded as a great versatile luxury watch. This one features a decent 4R36 automatic, which has 41 hours of power reserve and a plus-minus accuracy of about 40 seconds. It also contains a Seiko 5 exclusive specification, which is the Rolex crystal, and is fairly scratch resistant. For about 300 Aussie dollars, it's pretty inexpensive too, which makes this a perfect starter watch. Our next one on the list is without a doubt the most legendary Seiko 5, and is the SNK L32. If you know anything about Seiko watches or affordable watches in general, you have definitely come across this piece. I know I said earlier that this sort of model doesn't appeal to the younger audience, but for a rookie collector, this would be a great starter piece. A 37mm case is perfect for the smaller wrist and can still be worn on the larger one as well. This field watch provides a very cool military feel, which is displayed by the green or black or blue dial with the 60-minute indices and the inner 12-hour markers. You can get it on a stainless steel bracelet, but I think it works best especially on this cool green nylon strap. It also features a Seiko in-house 7S26B movement, which is crazy good value for the $100 price point. The third timepiece on this list actually is another cool alternative to a luxury watch, and is the Seiko 5 Sports SRPD 61K. As you can tell, this screams out Rolex Submariner Hulk, which is awesome for an inexpensive Seiko diver and isn't being compared with some knockoff green homage from AliExpress. This diver is technically speaking not a diver, as it only has 100 meters of water resistance, but at the end of the day, how many of you out there are actually divers? It shares pretty much the same specifications as the earlier dress KX I talked about earlier, but it features a 42.5mm case, which is big but still wearable as a statement piece for the smaller wrist. One may say this as an homage to the Hulk, but I think not, as the green used is a bit more of a unique colour and the dial is pretty different as well. This same SRPD range can be found in a plethora of different variations and colours, which just makes this range so attractable to a wide audience. For around $300, this is also a pretty good buy for the money. The next one is more of a dressier piece than the last three and is of course the SNK L32. This is regarded as the ultimate strap monster, as this piece can be fitted and suited with so many different bands and straps. It comes on a Jubilee style stainless steel bracelet, which is of decent quality and gives this piece a sort of elegant Datejust feel to it as well. But it really does work best with a nice leather strap or a sporty nylon one. What really completes the watch is the dial, as it has this sort of two-tone sector design, with the inner one being a solid black and the outer being in this cool vertical grey-black pattern. The skinny hour indices and hands also makes it a sleek and sharp piece as well, coming in at around 37mm. It is also accessible to a wide range of wrists and is a real crowd pleaser. It has a Seiko automatic as well, which is the 7S26, and for a piece retailing for around $150, the SNK L32 is a stunner of a watch. Our final piece, and I may be a bit biased here, but it is the Seiko 5 Sports SNZ F17, or otherwise known as the Sea Urchin. I personally own this watch and I can attest to the quality that this piece offers, as the stainless steel used is of great quality. I've had mine for about 3.5 years and have used it regularly on wild nights out and outdoor activities, but it still is in awesome shape. There have been a bit of wear and tear on the bracelet, but the feel on the stainless steel is solid, plus it feels lovely and smooth. As I mentioned before, this piece is a real compliment getter, as it looks cool, but also because it reminds people of the iconic Rolex Submariner. You can see the influence, and from afar it may look similar, but it still has its own unique character. It has a 41.5mm case size, which suits my midget wrists well, and a solid 100 meters of water resistance. Additionally, a 7S36 caliber is used and has kept great time for me over the years. I got this for about 150 Aussie dollars, but it now goes for around 250. Take this with a grain of salt, but I believe this is the ultimate affordable diver and is one of the greatest Seiko 5 models of all time. Click the videos on the screen right now if you want to see more Seiko related content, and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more of it in the future. Comment down below and what other Seiko 5's models you think deserve to be in this list. Make sure you give the video a big thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you in another video.